Think your lashes have hit their limit? Discover limitless length and full volume with Maybelline Sky High Mascara. The Flex Tower brush bends to volumize and extend every single lash from root to tip. And the lightweight bamboo-infused formula makes lashes feel weightless. Now in 8 bold shades so you can take your lashes to new heights every day. Visit Maybelline.com to shop Sky High Mascara now.
When the holidays start to feel a bit repetitive, reach for a Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry and put your twist on tradition. A bold cranberry and winter spice flavor fusion, Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry is a refreshing way to shake things up this sipping season. And only for a limited time. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. You're ready to move your business forward, but first, you need to find the right team. Start your search with Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It can help you reach qualified candidates fast, ensuring your listing is the first one they see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs are 90% more likely to report a hire than non-sponsored jobs. See the results for yourself. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, man, I want to start off by saying fuck Potter and any business he has ever run. Fuck that guy as a record label, a staff, and as a motherfucking crew. And if you're down with Potter, fuck you too, bro. Fuck that dude. Sorry.
Potter seems like the kind of guy who would give Bill Clinton a blowjob on Epstein Island.
We're living in like the strangest fucking timeline, dude.
Strangest timeline in the world.
When I heard that come up yesterday, and Teddy even said the same thing when I got home. She's like, "Did you hear Trump gave Bill Clinton a blowjob?" I was like, we're at a point where shit is really starting to sound made up, right? Like, this is just shit in a hat.
I mean, I love living in the world where we pretend that that's like as legitimate as it seems. Because, my God, the memes are so funny about it.
It sounds like an episode of this season from South Park. Like it
literally
literally sounds like this season of South Park.
There's no way that doesn't come up in these last 2 episodes.
Bill Clinton is definitely making an appearance.
Obviously, we're recording this a month before this episode drops, so it might be super dated by now, and they've already covered it. But whatever. We're talking about
super dated, and like the world is probably more falling apart.
They're like, these assholes are joking around about this, but that was the thing that led to the nuclear bombs going off.
But it's right. Oh, God. I need to get some Christmas cheer. Maybe I'll listen to my favorite podcast that's not going to delve into politics.
in the first 30 seconds of the It's a Wonderful Life episode. All right. I promise we're done talking about that. We're just focusing on the life of George Bailey and Potter at this point. Dude, I wrote like almost no notes.
Like 40-year-old, 28-year-old George Bailey.
Yeah. I wrote very little notes, and I actually said to Barb, like, she loves this movie. This is one of her all-time favorite movies. I was like, this is one of those episodes where we could talk for an hour, or it could be like 20 minutes. Because when it's a movie this perfect, it's like, what more is there to say? Like, it is a perfect movie.
I've got some thoughts, but they're not critiques. They're more just like questions and just like overall comments to make. Honestly, it's still playing in the other room because I fired it up this morning just to have it playing in the background, remind me of some bits. But
I just love it. Let me ask you this while you mention that.
Yeah.
What is do you have a absolute favorite sequence in this movie? Because I think I do.
Yeah. I mean, mine is from the moment like they're singing Buffalo Gals to the moment that the I hate to say this, but the moment that his father has a stroke is one of my favorite.
I mean, that is because that's where that's the lasso of the moon stuff.
It's like all of that's just so perfect, so good.
Mine's right before that.
Okay.
Because that's when the old man goes, "Love is wasted on the young," which is a great line too.
I was including that from the moment. Like, yes, it's a pretty decent long bit. It's about like 15, 20 minutes, but like from the beginning of that to that, yes, that guy, the house that they eventually move into, and the wish that's made, and knowing where this story is going, and just seeing like the light on George's face, knowing that he's going to get out of this town and not be stuck here for the rest of his life.
And then that immediately being taken away from him like 2 minutes later.
Immediately being taken away from him like 4 times. Like, I feel so bad.
Mine's literally right before that, actually. It's the school dance. It's the whole school dance scene. Like, one of my, when you like, if you were to close your eyes and someone says It's a Wonderful Life, like, what is the first image that like conjures up into your brain? For me, it is literally like George Bailey on the dance floor doing that move where he's just like moving his hands and his kneecaps. Type vibe right before they do the Charleston dance, and then like the pool opening, like that whole like 5 to 10 minutes. I have just the biggest smile on my face. And I think that that's what gets me really frustrated, is that the common critique about this movie is that it's depressing as fuck. The two complaints that I hear people say is not enough Christmas and depressing as fuck. And I will agree that like the Christmas stuff really doesn't kick in until you're like over an hour into the movie.
It is at the hour 16-minute mark when it's Christmas Eve. Like the hour 16-minute mark, which means over half of the film is not a Christmas movie. Like,
over half, but it's undeniably a Christmas movie regardless of that. I think.
But I mean, like, over half of the movie, you would never know if you hadn't seen or heard about this movie that we were heading towards Christmas.
Yeah. But as far as the like, it's depressing as fuck. It's depressing for roughly 15 minutes of a 2-hour and 10-minute runtime. I feel like so much of the first hour and 10 minutes is like, it's very similar to like Forrest Gump almost, where you just see this guy be selfless over and over and over again to take care of his family, to take care of his brother, to take care of his mom, to take like he does everything right.
Multiple moments while it's playing, like in the background this morning, where like tears in my eyes, I just look over at Teddy and go, he's a good person.
He is,
and such a good guy.
Like, I hate that people are like, George Bailey's a jerk because he has a breakdown when things go to shit. But it's like, I think that if you're being truly honest with yourself, that a lot of us go through this George Bailey phase
100%,
where we feel like we have done everything right. We've strived to be a good person. We've strived to do what we feel like we're told karma will back us up on. And then you just hit this moment where you failed and you're in a pit and you don't see any way to get out of that pit anymore. And there's this like anger and rage at every kind decision you ever made that hasn't helped you get out of this bad situation.
And like, this one wasn't even like, this one was so remotely out of his hands.
Yeah.
Like between, listen, Uncle Billy's getting fired.
Oh yeah. If Uncle Billy wasn't his Uncle Billy at any other job, he would have been fired 50 years ago.
Like, but this is the last straw. Like, Uncle Billy, you almost made me kill myself.
Yeah.
Like your decision drove me to the absolute edge. But I agree 100% with you. It is the first hour and 10 minutes is just moments of him kind of being broken down and then rising above that situation. Like the very beginning, to me, the first like 15 minutes of this movie are a hard watch. I hate how he is treated as a kid when he's just trying to like not accidentally kill this lady. Like,
dude, that guy slaps the shit out of him.
Yeah, he does. And Mary doesn't do shit. Like,
but Mary,
funny. They do cut to her, and she's like, "Oh god."
Yeah, Mary does have one of my favorite lines early on, though, when he's making her a drink and she purposely leans to the ear that he's deaf in and whispers, so George Bailey, I'll love you till the day I die. Like,
yeah. Oh, it's so
that's
sweet.
Such a beautiful moment.
It's
like, there's so many beautiful moments. This is one of those movies. I talked about this when we discussed the Goldbergs.
Yeah.
Of like shit that makes me think of my grandfather.
Yeah.
And this is one of those ones where I remember watching this movie and he had already passed, and I knew that he liked this movie. Yeah. Like, it had come up in conversation, and it was Netflix. I got it through Netflix in the mail just before Christmas. Like, I got it in December. I was like, all right, let me finally watch this movie. And I was living in an apartment with my friends. They had all gone to bed, and I put it on, and it was probably like midnight. I'm watching this. Mm-hmm. And when we got to the end of that movie, where he opens the book and there's the message from Clarence in it, which we'll get to in a second.
Yeah.
I remember I just could not stop crying. And I like thought about my grandpa. I thought about how I wished I had watched this with him when I had the chance. Like, there was so many emotions, and I feel all of those emotions every single year when I watch this movie now. We have in our bedroom, Barb had it. Is a framed George Lasso's The Moon drawing.
I love that picture
that Mary
so much.
makes. Yeah.
It's so good. It's so.
I mean,
good.
you picked this. This is our episode before, like, our Christmas Rankin' the Rankin' episode.
Yeah.
This is the final like traditional episode of Christmas 365 this season. What? I mean, I know why you picked it because we love it, but why? Yeah. Why do you think now? Why do you think 5 years into our show we finally got to this?
5 years. I think there's a few reasons that go into it. The boring answer is, wow, we have. I think in trying to avoid heavy hitters, we've avoided too many heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Like looking at our list of like, I want to save that for something.
Yeah, we haven't done Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah.
We have
So that was one reason. The other reason I think is because this is like the headspace that I'm in currently. I am, on a personal note, and I've gotten into this on the podcast before a couple weeks back, just kind of going through some personal stuff, you know? So like, this movie is all about, it's amazing that the angel comes down and helps him, but this movie at its core is about readjusting your mindset and appreciating the world that you have around you and all the good that's around you and what you have. And even after like George is sitting there and he's like, oh, I didn't get to travel. I didn't get to explore these things. He still has this amazing, beautiful family. He has a wife that like practically built this home, like for them. And like, he's coming home every night from a job that he hates, but like, it's not, I don't think he hates the job. He resents what it took from him.
100%.
So much. And it's just readjusting that mindset. And that's how I feel right now. So, and this felt like the perfect time to get into this.
Oh, Hilton stay. Your beds are soft and cozy. No lumpy couch, no stiff futon, no shower line at crack of dawn. Oh, Hilton stay.
When you want holiday comfort you can count on, it matters where you stay. Enjoy comfortable rooms and friendly service when you stay with Hilton instead. Save up to 25% this season when you book with Hilton. Hilton for the stay. Terms apply.
Kraft Mac and Cheese is the best thing ever. It's even better than pop music. You look just as natural enjoying us at age 13 as you do 55. Kraft Mac and Cheese. Best thing ever.
This episode is brought to you by McAfee.
I found this great place to stay this weekend.
Click on the link and book it.
Oh, wow. McAfee alerted me that this site is fake and even blocked it.
Cybercriminals create fake sites to steal your passwords and financial data. McAfee identifies and blocks these sites to keep you safer online, so you can book your trip without worry. Learn more at McAfee.com/online protection.
Jason, Disney asked me to do this podcast thing. I need some advice.
You've got to have banger guests.
Walker and Leah. Daniel Deemer. Tim Simons. Adam Copeland.
You're the one asking the questions.
How? Why?
And they better answer.
I don't know anything.
Epic.
This season is just makeup.
Quest. I'm Arian Samhadri. Welcome to the Percy Jackson and the Olympians official podcast. Available wherever you get your podcasts. And watch season 2 of Percy Jackson streaming now on Disney Plus and Hulu. Learn more at disneyplus.com/whatson.
Here's my 30-second story with Guinness. As soon as my sister and I get home for the holidays, we don't even unpack. We head straight to our pub. The bartender already knows our order, Guinness and fries. We laugh all night, catch up with old friends, and walk home with faces sore from smiling. It's one of my favorite nights of the year. That was my 30-second story with Guinness.
Guinness Draft Stout. Please enjoy responsibly. Imported by Diageo Beer Company, USA, New York, New York.
Looking for a new seasonal anime? Want to know what new anime music is out there? Looking to add a new waifu or husbando to the list? Or are you just looking for a modern or classic anime to add to your plan to watch list? My name is Nick and I run the Waifus and Weeaboos podcast, and you can check me out on Geekscape.net.
Real quick, just because you talked about how we've put off too many heavy hitters, I just want to read not the full we have a giant list of topics, but I want to read the specific topics that I think, regardless if we love this movie or feel indifferent to it, it's insane we haven't talked about as we're nearing 300 episodes.
Go ahead.
White Christmas.
Yeah.
Scroll. Any of the Silent Night, Deadly Night movies
That's true.
Is kind of weird.
That's weird because I feel like every time Halloween comes up, I almost avoid them because of how cliche they are.
Yeah.
Like for the Christmas horror vibe, you know?
Yeah. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
We've talked about Rudolph.
We haven't talked about Rudolph. We haven't talked about Muppets Christmas Carol. We haven't done Miracle on 34th Street. We haven't done Mickey's Christmas Carol, Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas, or Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas.
You know what's like what we could do?
Jingle All the Way. We haven't done
that.
Jingle
was on
All
my
the
list,
Way.
but I think next year's an anniversary.
Yeah,
I think that's why I wasn't doing it. That's why I didn't.
John Denver and the Muppets Christmas Together.
Yeah,
we haven't done Home Alone 2 yet. Like Home Alone 2.
That's right.
Gremlins. We
honestly,
haven't
Home Alone
yet.
2 would have fit perfect with this week after we found out about the Bill Clinton thing.
Yeah. The original Frosty the Snowman animated film, not covered. Die Hard. We haven't done. Christmas Vacation and A Christmas Story. We still haven't talked about.
Do you think there's a
Charlie Brown Christmas? We still haven't done an episode on. We did a script reading. That's it.
Did we only do a script reading?
We've only done the script
multiple
reading
times about how you don't like Charlie Brown Christmas.
I know, which means that you're the one that has to pick it. But
yes, but what I'm saying is, like, I feel like we've talked about that on the podcast too. When does that come up?
I have combed.
Okay, I was gonna say because like 2 weeks ago there was a moment where you're like, "Oh, turns out that we did cover this thing." So I wanted to. I do want to make sure that you're not.
Well, that was why I went through our entire catalog to make this list.
Good,
and probably not as big as some of those other ones, but Christmas Eve on Sesame Street. That's a very beloved Christmas special that we've never covered.
I personally think even if it's not a conscious decision, but subconsciously, some of these I look at and I go, do we have anything else to say, like to add to that conversation?
I mean, we could ask that about It's a Wonderful Life, but I mean, we have to talk about it.
We do, but it means something to us. Like,
it does mean something to us.
A few years ago, we had the conversation of doing the Die Hard debate, but God, I don't want to. I don't feel like it. Like, I would
would rather just do an episode on it. You know what I mean? Not have the debate, just do the episode. We've done Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. We've done plenty of other Christmas action movies. It's the big one. We should do it. And then when we do Die Hard 2, we can talk about how it is more Christmassy than Die Hard, but we do owe it to do a Die Hard episode.
We do. And they're both Christmas movies. Like, get the fuck out of here.
The debate, my thing is, like, the debate,
It's a meme.
I think
that's all it is.
That's what it is. It's one of those things where I don't disagree that Die Hard is undeniably a movie that takes place at Christmas.
Yes.
And I think I've gone to this far extreme of like, well, if you can replace Christmas with any other holiday, it's not really a Christmas movie. Like, that's not true.
No.
Like, that's like, if it takes place at Christmas, it's at Christmas.
It's a
But
Christmas
I think
movie.
it's like there was this certain type of person who just be like, hey, do you know what my favorite Christmas movie is? Die Hard. Like it was just such this like fucking douche nozzle, like
Why
full
do you
of
think
themselves.
Lethal Weapon doesn't get that?
I don't know. Why doesn't Kiss Kiss Bang Bang? Like, there's something about like, and I think it's just like that thing where it's like, I get it, man. Like, I like stuff that's Christmassy but not super Christmassy. But like, there's something about Die Hard where it's like, you know, oh, it's not Christmas till Alan Rickman falls off the Nakatomi Plaza, and it's not like, I'm like, fucking watch Scrooge. Like, you don't have to watch. You don't have to watch the Rankin and Bass stuff to still enjoy Christmas stuff that's actually Christmassy.
It reminds me of the same type of person, and it's a different crowd, but I feel like the same type of person that's like, Nightmare Before Christmas is my favorite Christmas movie of all time. And I'm like, is it, or is it because it's alternative? Like, like, is that what you're into it about? And I like Nightmare Before Christmas, but it really did become that thing of like, oh, I'm not going to pick the typical Christmas movie. I don't like The Santa Claus. I like Die Hard. That's my Christmas movie. And I'm like, all right, get out of here. Like, you're not special. Like,
everyone
I almost likes Die Hard. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Like,
I almost have more respect for the people who are like, you know, a Christmas movie, I like Rambo, because there's like a single Christmas tree in the background of First Blood or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? Kudos. Like, there is a Christmas tree in the background of that movie.
Rad.
Good call.
And
like, that's
listen, I am the last guy to tell anyone that things aren't a Christmas movie.
No,
like,
exactly.
As someone who views like certain sequences in Star Wars as like, oh, this makes me feel more Christmassy than other things, and it's simply because of the circumstances that some of those movies came out and were releasing at the time, and what I was hyper fixating on. Like, I am never going to be that guy that says this thing is not a Christmas movie, even if I've done it on the podcast. It's a bit, guys. We're all doing bits. I find a lot of shit to remind me about Christmas.
But all right, so to go back to all of this though, because like, yes, we're going on a tangent, but like, It's a Wonderful Life is a movie that you could argue is not a Christmas movie. You know what I mean? Like, like you said, it's an hour and 16 minutes into a 2-hour movie before Christmas Eve is even brought up. This is one of those movies where I think when you actually watch it, I think everybody knows, oh, this guy goes to kill himself and an angel shows him not to kill himself. That is such a small chunk of this actual movie. Like, the point where he's in Pottersville, I think is like 15 minutes.
Yes.
It is so short. In the overall movie.
So like, it is really weird because whenever this movie is parodied in anything, that's the part that gets parodied is the going back. But seriously, you're not wrong. It's like maybe a 30-minute sequence in a 2-hour and 11-minute movie. But I would say it's one of those movies I would never argue isn't a Christmas movie for the reasons that we've talked about earlier. However, it's not a movie that feels Christmassy. And I think those are two different things. So, like, I get it when people say, like, I'm not watching It's a Wonderful Life during this because, like, I want something a little more Christmas vibes, right? So I dig that, but I would never get behind the argument that it's not a Christmas movie.
On the YAOK podcast, we had Kevin Jablowski on, who wrote 8-Bit Christmas. Who's been on our show. But we had him on to talk about the book that he wrote that became the movie. And I have to say, I want to quickly shout out, because when we did our episode last week on Claws, we were talking about how there are 3 films that we think are modern classics that would be bigger if they were released in theaters. We did not mention 8-Bit Christmas. 8-Bit Christmas, absolutely in that conversation. That is one of the best Christmas movies of the last 10 years. And if that was a theatrical release, it would have been like as adored as Elf.
Since that movie has come out, I have watched it every year since it's come out. But like multiple times. Like I know it hasn't been out too long.
But I've cried every time. It doesn't matter how many times I watch it.
And it also usually becomes my I don't know what Christmas movie to put on, so I'm gonna put this on. Like it has been that multiple times. I'm doing dishes. I want to put something Christmassy on that I'm not like I can pay partially attention to. It becomes 8-Bit Christmas. Like I've watched that movie so much. I showed that movie to my students last year.
Yeah. I've said it before. I think I said it on the episode. Good. It's a better rendition of the Christmas story than the actual Christmas story.
I would agree. Yeah.
And I don't think it's just because it's talking about our world and not the 50s, because here we are talking about It's a Wonderful Life, which like
exactly, which I love just as much as and I'm a Christmas Story fan. I love as much as these other two movies. Like I love It's a Wonderful Life as much as I love 8-Bit Christmas, as much as I love A Christmas Story. Dude, we are in the midst. We are in deep of the year, and I'm like, I'm
so
feeling
stoked.
I as I was talking about a little bit earlier, like with the personal struggles, it's been a little harder to kind of shift from Halloween to that Christmas feeling, and but. Yeah. Well, I'm ready. Like, let's do this, man.
Well, do we have any last things that we want? I know that I want to talk about the very final scene, but is there anything else before we talk about that we want to cover here?
I don't think anything stands out that hasn't been talked about before.
Yeah.
You know, listen, this movie is fantastic, and I've never watched this movie and not cried. It's going to happen every time. And I think you're going to talk about that a little bit here. So go ahead.
The whole thing that I think the other thing that people know is every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings, right?
Yeah.
And that Clarence is this like angel who still hasn't gotten his wings, but if he's able to fix George Haley, then... Bailey, what did I say? Haley?
You said Haley.
What the hell is wrong with me? If he's able to help George Bailey, he'll finally get his wings.
Okay.
And we have this moment at the end. It's so beautiful where George comes home and everybody in town has heard that their friend George is not doing well, that there's a real issue. And the whole community comes together to donate. And that moment you're already like getting emotionally worked up by like the kindness of human beings. And you've got the tears welling up. And then, they start singing by the piano and a little bell rings. And George's daughter says, "Oh, the teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings." And then George Bailey looks at a copy of Tom Sawyer that Clarence said he was reading in the beginning of the movie. And there is an inscription in there that says, "Dear George, remember no man is a failure who has friends. Thanks for the wings. Love, Clarence." And like that simple sentence, I think, is what this entire 2-hour and 10-minute journey is all about.
Yeah.
Is like, you can feel like absolute dog shit. You can feel like we talked about, we've all been there where we've done everything right and it still feels like a failure. But at the end of the day, the fact that you have a person to talk to about it means that you haven't failed as hard as you think you failed. And that, like, it's like the Mr. Rogers thing of the, like, look for the helpers. Like, people will be there for you. And maybe it won't be like It's a Wonderful Life where suddenly everyone's able to give you all of their money to keep you from going bankrupt. But like, I think that people underestimate the kindness of other humans when they are really down on their luck on who will like make them a meal because they know that they can't afford food, or will like give them a place to stay because maybe they lost their house. Like, people are good when they're pushed to be good. And when they're given the opportunity to, and if they're shown kindness, want to show kindness back. And like, I truly, truly believe that. And I think that this attitude that everybody is out to get one out from underneath you is so toxic.
Yeah.
It's such a toxic way to live. And like, this movie, I think, is such a reminder of like how far doing good things for other people can stretch.
Very much
when
so.
all is said and done.
And
So-
just like, again, going back to the quote itself of just like, you're not a failure, like if you have the people around you. And it kind of goes back to, listen, this podcast is based around Christmas, but that's what this podcast is based on, man. Like this is part of my therapy. Like just coming on here. We have a quick chat about like updates on our lives, and then we get on here and we go live, and this is the real.
And sometimes we tear up and cry while we're talking about it.
This is the real. This is 100% the real Matt and I, and I'm very thankful to have somebody like you in my life that I can reach out to when I have these George Bailey moments. You know,
same.
And if you ever have these George Bailey moments, make sure that you have that support around you, man, because there are people want to listen. People are there for you. So don't ever feel like you're alone. And shit can feel really lonely, especially around this time of year, but you've got that support, man. So it's going to be all right. That's all I can really say is it's going to be okay.
I think that there's only one other thing left to say at this point, Dylan, and it's Merry fucking Christmas, buddy.
Merry Christmas, my friend.
Now we won't stop till the big ball drops on New Year's. Happy holiday, have a great holiday, have a merry happy holiday.
You're listening to the Geekscape Network.